The reason why it's called driving markets, because I'm in the car driving while talking about markets. So we've got inflation numbers out. The whole focus is going to be on inflation, especially in the US. So they're expecting a slight tick up in inflation, but really inflation is much higher than they are reporting. I mentioned this morning on Instagram. I've discussed it on media. I've discussed it on podcasts. It really is a major subject. What they're reporting is headline inflation, and they're reporting core inflation, but they're not reporting shrink inflation. They're not reporting the size of the actual packages that are being reduced as a result of manufacturers trying to keep their profit margins as high as possible and to keep the consumer from logging on or catching on the fact that packages are smaller. But with all due respect, when you go to buy either chocolate or any type of sweets, or in the States candy, the sizes are much smaller. Take a classic example of a bar of chocolate. A bar of chocolate has shrunk in size, but is still the same price as it was a year ago and 2 years ago. So according to the official inflation report by the Fed and by the statistician's office, then what you've got is no inflation, because the price hasn't gone up. But the fact that you're getting 20 or 30% less in what you're buying is not reflected in inflation numbers. That is misleading. So real inflation is much higher. If you take an example of nappies, or in the States called diapers, typical packet of diapers would be say $10, and you get, say for example, 80. Now for the same $10 you're getting 60, so you're getting 20 less units for the same price. That is shrinkflation, and that is real inflation. You're getting less for your money. But Wall Street and all the other hoo-has and all of the bulls on Wall Street are only looking at the headline number. What they want is inflation to come down. But shrinkflation is real inflation. And what we've got effectively is going into an era of potential stagflation. We're going to have no growth and rising costs. So all of these numbers coming out that show that inflation is going down, they are misleading. They're not true. They're not 100% transparent. That is a problem. And that's why I run this channel, to delve deep into the numbers, and so you, the viewer, can get better understanding of where we're at regarding real inflation and real understanding of financial markets. Catch you later.